Hey. How are you?
We are good, Master.
We are good, Master.
Must be good, right?
Yes.
Life is good, right?
Yes.
We make it as good as possible.
Yes.
I still laugh sometimes when I remember the comedy drama of the IQ guy. You know, I remember the thing that's put on his head, the salad chip.
Yes.
Salad strainer, yeah?
Yes.
With a timer plug onto it.
Yes.
The timer that you use to control the light at night. The light comes out and in the morning it turns off by itself, yeah?
Yes.
I remember. I still laugh at it. You know what? Maybe we should change our job. What do you think? We make comedy drama. And then we can sell, we make money. Okay? Huh?
Yes.
How about that? Then we have fun and we also have money at the same time. Like this, we don't even have fun. And don't even have money. Not good business.
We're natural comedians.
I know. They should give you Oscar, you know? ODD. DAR, Oscar, not Oscar, but Oscar. Yeah, I'll give you some if I have a chance to see you ever. Yeah? Okay.
How come Master doesn't show up with beautiful clothes and lipstick anymore?
I know you wanted to ask that question. Some of you in your heart. Yeah. We don't have a lot of time anymore, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
You know, women, when they put on makeup and lipstick and dress up, it takes some time.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
For me, it's the fastest, but still half an hour.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yeah, with the anti-shy and all that. You know, the girls, they demand a lot. Anti-shy powder put on the face.
Yes.
Yes.
The coordinator. Yeah, so, well, thank God I don't have to do it anymore. I still look similar, I told you. The same.
Oh,
Just
okay.
maybe a few more gray hairs.
Oh.
Yeah, and a couple more wrinkles, perhaps. I don't even look into the mirror, but I guess it's like that, yeah? You don't get younger every day.
Right.
Right, Master.
But I still look good for my age. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I trust you. You believe everything I say. I don't think I look that good, but you make me look good. Your camera, good camera. The good camera. Truly, a good camera can make a difference. Otherwise, before, when they use those walkie-talkie camera, pocket camera, sometimes may look very awful.
Oh.
Look worse than how they look outside. All right, never mind. That was a long time ago, when anybody just recorded it random and then just put it up for sale. Somebody has questions. I know.
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes, we do, Master. There is a report that the Russian oligarch Abramovich was poisoned at peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. Was it true poisoning, or as some reports mentioned that it was due to environmental factors?
Not even 5 years old would buy that. Environmental. Why nobody else has it? Only these key people have.
Yes, Master.
Only Abramovich and the other couple of important Ukraine peace talkers.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Environmental, my food. What kind of environmental effect in the peace talk table, huh?
That's right.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Anyway, all the scientists and the doctors say that it's poison, nerve agent, poison again, like chemical weapon.
Yes.
Russia, they use it all the time, and then Putin even used it on his friend. This man, Abramovich, is supposed to be his close friend, supporter.
Yes, Master.
It looks like he's never against him anyway,
Yes,
Right.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
and he was even sanctioned by the West.
Yes.
So he just poisons anybody who doesn't please him for any reason. And then I read some news that they do that. The Russians say it's good, like it's good PR, good public relations, so people will feel more sympathy with them. Yeah, imagine that.
Wow.
Sacrifice anyone just for their evil purpose, even your friend.
Oh, gosh.
Who's going to dare to be friends with Putin now?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
That's
Master.
right.
I wouldn't.
No.
Would you?
No,
Master.
Not at all.
Whew. anything at all, just to kill, to murder people. And maybe he and these two people already recovered, I heard, because maybe he was quickly treated.
Yes. Master.
Live longer, or if there's some ignoramus people, they would not know, then they would die.
Right.
Yes,
Master.
It's immediate symptom, and they treated them immediately. They found the reason, and they treated them.
Yes.
Yeah, these key people.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
One was an important Ukrainian peace negotiator.
Yes. Why would they do that, Master?
That's what they say. They want to have more sympathy with their side, the Russian side.
Yes.
And number two, because Abramovich, he passed a note of desire for peace from President Zelensky to Putin. And maybe he didn't like that.
I see.
He said reportedly, I will thrust him, meaning he will kill Zelensky.
Wow.
But still, probably, this Mr. Roman Abramovich was having a soft attitude or something, too peaceful,
Yes, Master.
Yes.
too much wanting peace. Truly, maybe genuinely wants peace. So Putin doesn't like that, because that's not their purpose. They don't really want peace.
Right,
yes,
Master.
Master.
If they did, they wouldn't have invaded Ukraine
That's
Right.
true, Master.
or messing up any other regions before.
Yes.
Always Russia behind it.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
They don't point finger at America or England or anybody.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
Right.
true.
Just Russia.
Right.
There's always an excuse to invade somebody. If they cannot invade the whole country, they invade some part of it so that they can have some connection
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
Master.
Master.
and come in and out at will and mess up other regions, just like now in Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
They use the other 2 or 3 regions to come in. Yeah, like a connection road.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yeah, just like that. So that they can invade people's country, killing children, raping women, and even children, even rape children.
Oh.
Yes, Master.
These are worse than beasts,
Yes,
worse than devils.
that's right.
I'm sure that it was Russian who poisoned them.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
And he's supposed to be good. He tried hard to negotiate, to make peace. But this man, even though he's super rich, he's too naive. His boss doesn't want peace.
Right, Master.
So any sign of wanting peace will kill him, kill this friend.
Gosh.
And also Zelensky has asked the West not to sanction Abramovich because he could be a peacemaker for Ukraine.
Right.
That ticked Putin off or even more.
Oh.
Now you see that so clearly.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, there are other Russians. Why does nobody else have the same symptom of this poisoning?
Right.
Yes,
That's
Master.
right.
Like pain in the eyes, swollen red eyes, and then skin peeling off and all that stuff.
Yes.
Right.
If they are not treated quickly enough, they would die already.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Lucky guy still.
Yes.
Yes.
Just like Navalny, if the German military hospital didn't treat him, because they would know more than an ordinary small hospital. So they treated him well, otherwise he would have died already also.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
He didn't do anything even. Just one guy came from nowhere, talked to him, and maybe touched the mineral water bottle, which Navalny brought with him later on.
Oh.
And then they tested. Afterwards, some special investigative agent or something went back and took the bottle.
Oh.
And there are traces of this chemical poison on it still.
Right.
And his clothes,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. This evil with no frontier, no limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and many other things they do. People try to ignore it up to now. And that's how he keeps doing it. It becomes like a pattern, a habit.
Yes,
Oh,
Master.
yes.
And whoever against him or he suspects that were against him, he'll poison them. Or kill them, or imprison them, or just get rid of them in some way. The news says that some weeks ago he got rid of 1,000 of employees
Wow.
for suspecting that they are against him or something.
Oh, yes, Master.
And jailed thousands of protesters because they say no war. That's all. That's all they did.
Yes.
Wow.
Just no war, and then imprison them. And also same with some journalists, reporters, and all those people.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
I'm telling you, this guy, how can he even have any friends or supporters? I'm surprised. But the PR is too strong.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
He shut up all the balanced news media and just keep whoever supports him, whoever sings his song.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rest are imprisoned up to 15 years even. He just jailed one of the American journalists, I think, and his own people. Just jailed them. And it's lucky that it's jail only. You never know when he wants to poison you, kill you, or shut you up. Oh my God, what kind of evil is this, huh? Anything else? Before I rant on, because I can't bear all this evil.
Yes, Master. A Russian general has announced that they plan to invade Moldova next, citing the reason as creating a land corridor to connect Russia to Transnistria. Is that a good excuse for invasion, Master?
What for excuse? Huh? I wonder why they need excuses. Did they have good excuse to go invade and kill people in Ukraine?
No, they didn't.
No! Kill children and rape them even. Not just women and elderly. 83-year-old woman even.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Vera is 83 years old, a retired schoolteacher, who told us when her village was occupied by Russian forces last month, she was raped. He grabbed me by the back of the neck, she said. I started to choke. I couldn't breathe. I told the one who raped me, I'm old enough to be your mother. Would you let this happen to your mother? Vera told us. He made me shut up. She said her disabled husband was in the house when she was attacked, and she was also beaten. Everything hurts, Vera told us. I'm in a state where I'm neither dead nor alive. Before I felt joy with the spring, now I don't feel anything. I have nothing.
This is hell. Disgusting.
Yes.
Ugh, evil. Excuse. What for excuse? Huh? They don't need any excuse. What for they waste their time saying excuse, huh? Yeah, there will be Russian people living everywhere, even in America.
Yes.
Even in Vietnam, maybe.
Yes, Master.
China.
I drink no milk. I live entirely on plant-based products. I can run for a 24-hour race hitting over 158 miles and then run to school the very next day. Harvey Lewis, vegan.
Tomorrow on Between Master and Disciples.
If NATO doesn't do anything, the world has to do something. Because otherwise, if Russia took over Ukraine, that's another democracy, freedom lost to communism.
Yes, Master.
It's not just communism, it's Russia Putin.
Yeah.
And even if just one part of Ukraine is lost, that is another stepping stone for Russia to continue their evil, empirist kind of scheme. There was a Russian boy who became very famous on Got Talent, something like that. And then they pressured him to go home. They made him say that he wanted to go home. Even though the Chinese were gaga over him, he was talented. And then he became too famous, and then Russia whisked him home. So it could be he wanted to go home, whatever. But what I mean is, Russians live everywhere. Everybody lives everywhere.
Yes,
True.
right, Master.
There are Italians who live in Bulgaria for studying in medical school. I know that myself from some of my doctors before. Italians went to Bulgaria to study because they have English there.
Oh, yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Maybe it's less strict than in Italy. In Italy, the law for medical students are very, very strict. But maybe in Bulgaria, not. And if they know English, they can study there. Maybe like that. For example.
Yes,
Master.
So how many more Russians would be living in Bulgaria, or how many Bulgarians would live in England, France, or wherever? Nowadays, we live everywhere.
That's right.
Yes, Master.
A lot of Vietnamese live in America. There are some Americans living in Vietnam, making business there, and some of my disciples, Americans or English, live in Thailand.
Right.
Yes, Master.
or maybe marry and live there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who cares nowadays? So it doesn't mean that if any Russians live in any country, you can just make an excuse to go in and invade that country.
Right, Master.
Yes.
Because if these Russians were truly oppressed, they would have run back to Russia or become refugees somewhere already.
Yes, Master.
The fact that they are still living there and well, and many Russians are now fighting alongside the Ukrainians because they hate this injustice, the bloody bully mentality of their so-called leader.
Yes.
And many Russian soldiers also defected, run away or disappear to some other country. They don't want to fight this bloody nonsense war, murder war for nothing.
Yes.
Master.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that they say they want to invade Moldova. This could be true. Because they will go in anywhere as long as they want. As long as they think it's good for them, or easy.
Yes.
Master.
Easy access. Corridor, my foot. What for do they need a corridor to go anywhere, huh?
Right.
Right.
They don't need a country to be a corridor for their bloodthirsty invasion, huh? Now, even before that, they say they were pushed into the war, or maybe the Chinese said that, making an excuse to invade Ukraine. And now Moldova also pushed them to war, I guess, huh?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It's just another lame, evil excuse. Because you can't just protect a group of Russians somewhere and then cause suffering, sorrow, pain, and death to one country next to it, just to make a land corridor. Nobody would buy this. This is just to satisfy their bloody greed for groping other lands, other countries, stealing their properties and causing untold, immense suffering to their country's citizens and affecting the world. These Russians' wicked ambition is just to destroy humanity, I'm telling you. It's just for their own wicked, selfish purposes. Besides, there are other ethnic people who live everywhere, not just Russian people.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
How come other ethnic people don't complain anywhere? Only Russians complain, huh? Why always say, oh, the Russians are harassed and oppressed, so we have to go and liberate them here, liberate them there. Oh, whatever excuse. So in the case of Armenia, there was no Russians there, so they cannot go in, so they incited Azerbaijan to make war with Armenia.
Yes.
If they cannot go in, they incite other countries, some stupid president or group to listen to this kind of evil idea,
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
Master.
Master.
and then went in and make war with other country, just like that. So you can see very well it is kind of a pattern of the bloody trail that Russia, Putin especially, lives everywhere. And if, for example, like Transnistria has the majority of Russians live there, then why can't they defend themselves against the other majority? This should be the opposite. Like the majority there would be harassing the ethnic minority. It cannot be the minority oppressing the majority.
That's
That's
right.
Right, Master.
And as I told you already, how come other ethnic people don't complain? Only Russians. Huh? Why does every country just oppress Russians and no other ethnic people?
Yes.
In Ukraine, there are Indians there, there are even Vietnamese there. The government arranged lanes for them to go home just recently. There are many different nationalities live in Ukraine, not just Russians. How come nobody complains? How come the government of Ukraine didn't oppress any other? Only Russians, huh? Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So it's just Russia. Actually, not Russia. It's just these leaders, bloodthirsty warmongers like Stalin and Putin, for example.
That's right.
That's right.
No one else, no ordinary Russian good, peaceful citizen ever wants anything like this, like the war in Ukraine or the mass murder under Stalin.
Yes,
Yes,
understand,
understand.
Master.
Nobody wants that. They want peace, man. They want to live their lives with their family, do their job, and earn their living. What for do they want to have war? Oh, God. It's just all this propaganda from Putin that makes people blindfolded, and they don't understand, they don't know anything. And even separate family members, because some live in Russia and don't know what's happening in Ukraine because Putin shut down all the well-balanced reporting system. Only report one side.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's why. So you can't just say it's Russia, actually. Sometimes we talk and we forget to differentiate. It's not the Russian people at all, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Not normal citizen of any country would want war with anyone, except a few for their own personal wicked interest, like selling weapons or having more land to rule or whatever.
Yes, Master.
So now if they already threaten to invade Moldova just to rescue a group of Russians or something, according to them, in Transnistria, then it's just another evil scheme just to destroy other people's countries, their livelihood, their business, and their peace as well. This is a wicked scheme.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
So I think the world has to do something. I think just forget NATO because they're just so stupid, or maybe so weak, so cowardly, or maybe just wicked like Putin, just sitting there to support this kind of devil destroyer of humanity.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, Master.
Even if they don't do anything, I would accuse them as well. There must be one of those devils who work in a group with Putin and other devils to destroy our world.
Oh,
Otherwise, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they help their neighbor?
That's right.
right.
Yes.
They say they would defend peace, democracy, and freedom. All that's just talk.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
They don't want the talk. It's just lip service. So nobody believes in NATO. If they join NATO now, it's because they don't have any other choice. They just try, at least, that's all.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Join NATO, and then they will let Russia come in and kill tens of thousands of their own people as well as Ukrainian people.
Oh,
If NATO doesn't do anything, the world has to do something. Because otherwise, if Russia took over Ukraine, that's another democracy, freedom lost to communism.
yes, yes, Master.
It's not just communism, it's Russia Putin.
Yeah.
And even if just one part of Ukraine is lost, that is another stepping stone for Russia to continue their evil, empirist kind of scheme.
That's
Right,
right,
right.
Or even if they cannot swallow any whole country, every piece of that country gives them like a connecting point, an excuse to go in to invade that country anytime or cause havoc, like in Ukraine.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Master.
Then tens of thousands, or even who knows how many more, will die agonizingly, or be maimed, or half dead, half alive, starve to death, or thirst to death, something like that, just like in Ukraine.
Yes.
Oh, so the world has to be awakened and beware of Russia's wicked tendency and this bloody pattern that they have been exercising all these years, all these decades.
Oh,
Yes, Master.
yes, Master.
Don't sleep anymore. Russia will not stop just in Moldova. They will not stop anywhere. They will continue eating, biting up, breaking up any country they can, and breaking up the whole of Europe, and maybe swallow it whole. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Because Russia is still trying.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
They don't take no for an answer. They don't take defeat as an answer. So it looks like they still continue to try to bite into any country they can,
That's
Yes, that's
right.
right.
and then use that as a stepping stone to bite another country. So every country will be breaking up into pieces.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
That's easier to attack, easy to control for Russia. They break up Europe that way also. Putin will break up Europe that way if Europe doesn't do anything now.
Yeah.
If Europe doesn't fight alongside Ukraine to protect their whole European community nearby and the world, then good luck to everybody.
Yes, Master.
I won't say anything anymore after Ukraine. I don't want to anymore. Truly, if the world is that stupid, that weak, and that cowardly, then there's not much anyone can do.
Understand, Master.
Then they would deserve Russia controlling with an iron fist.
Yes, Master.
I don't wish that to happen, but maybe the Europeans and the world wishes that upon themselves. Then, good luck.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
They would have allowed the devil to gain too strong a hold.
Yeah. And even the head of the Russian Orthodox Church, Christian Church in Russia, supports that as well, supports the devil invasion as well.
Yes.
And then the Church of Rome, the Vatican also keeps quiet about that. Then good luck. Good luck to the war, huh?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
If they don't fend for themselves, who else will, huh?
No one else.
No one else. If they don't unite together and fend for themselves, then we can only wish them good luck. What else to do, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Indeed, Master.
Well, our group is all getting old now. It doesn't matter what. So it's them.
Yes, Master.
Yeah.
It's the younger generation, their children and their grandchildren that will suffer if they don't do anything now.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes.
I'd been a vegetarian for a long time, but in 2011, when I became vegan, I felt I needed to be able to walk the walk and not just talk the talk. Cut form D, vegan.
Tomorrow on Between Master and Disciples.
People move from one land to another just for survival, for climate, for business, for anything. Why not?
Yes,
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not just now. So all this is evil intention, camouflaged into some good kind of excuse. But there's no excuse at all.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
It's just an evil empire. It will crumble one day or another. The thing is, even after Russia took away Ukraine, for example, if they succeed to take away Ukraine, then Ukraine will be like integrated into Russia. And then at that time, there will be neighbors around. There's never been no neighbor for Russia.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
No matter how many countries they swallow up.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So all kinds of this excuse, whoever supports Russia up to now with all this bloody evidence everywhere in different countries, they are also murderers. They will take the same karma as Russia,
Oh.
as Putin.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
This evil influence has to stop. The Europeans, the West, have to wake up now and stop Russia before it's too late. They should have done it with Ukraine already. And now if they wait for Moldova, then that's it. Good luck to everybody.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
And then it will all become communist. It will all become Russian.
Yes.
The Russians, they live everywhere. And why not? Just like Americans, they live everywhere too. Vietnam and Thailand, China, Korea. Everybody lives in everybody else's country.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Because of business, because they like the country. Why not? It's a free world, man. You go everywhere you want. And if you are accepted in that country, legally, then you just stay, no?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
You look in America, how many truly white faces there are? Indians, there are Russians, there are Vietnamese, there are Korean, there are Chinese, Latin Americans, there are Cubans,
Yes.
Yes, Master.
there are Mexicans, there
Yeah.
are Hondurans, there are Colombian, whatever,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Right.
Master.
Yes.
Thai,
Mm-hmm.
and even Cambodian and Laos. I have disciples who are Cambodians and Laos who live in America.
Right.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
And the next generation, they will be just Americans.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Master.
And there are many, like African
Yes. True.
people who live there too. They're colorful. Everywhere is like that, not just America.
Right, Master.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, in Europe, you just look at BBC television, for example.
Yes.
You have black, you have white, you have brown, you have yellow hosts
Mm-hmm.
and workers on that television.
Yes.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Very colorful. And many different colors of people people of colors, oh God, excuse me, what's the difference? You have to say people of color. You cannot say colored people.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, what's the difference? I don't know. That's just nonsense. Just wasting time, yeah? Okay, so now, there are many of them working in the government as well. You can see that. Like the mayor of London, he's from India, no?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Master.
he looks like that.
Yes, Master.
He's from India also, for example, like that. And many of them in different departments. So what the heck, huh?
Right.
What the heck if Russians live in Transnistria or wherever?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
And I'm not living in Vietnam, sorry. I live somewhere else. I don't want to tell you where, huh?
Yes, Master.
So what I mean is, I'm a free world citizen. I live anywhere that I'm accepted.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
There are many reasons why people don't live in their own country. They have their own reason.
Right.
Yes.
Since time immemorial already, people move. People move from one land to another, just for survival, for climate, for business, for anything. Why not?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not just now. So all this is evil intention, camouflage into some good kind of excuse. But there's no excuse at all.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
It's just an evil empire. It will crumble one day or another. Are you happy with my answer?
Thank you very much. Yes, Master.
Anything else you want to ask me about those questions or any other questions?
No questions, Master, but we have some good news.
Tell me.
Yes, Master. Korea has sent about 20 tons of additional humanitarian aid to Ukraine. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the shipment is part of a $30 million humanitarian aid package announced by the government and is in addition to a $10 million package sent in March. Items in the shipment include automatic defibrillators, ventilators, and first aid kits.
Very good. That would be helpful to them if they have some COVID or something, yeah?
Yes,
Or any other medical necessity.
right.
Yeah, the whole world is helping Ukraine now. I think they're waking up.
Yes,
They know the evil. Putin gang.
right.
Yes, Master.
I think everybody wakes up now, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Master.
Many countries already stopped oil and gas from Russia when their contracts finished. They don't want it anymore. Even China refused their oil, cheap oil.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, cheap price, cheap deducted price oil already, yeah?
Right.
Right, Master.
So China is even aware of that. They don't want more blood on their hands because of an association with Russia. But I'm surprised to read in the news that, the boss of Germany and some of their party members boycotted the idea of cutting off oil from Russia. I think they have an interest in it, that's why. Must be a personal commission interest or something. Or maybe they are communists in disguise, yeah? Or worse still, they were also in these devil gangs, which are in the world. They are here and they're everywhere.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
So now they show their true face. So otherwise, why would they do that, huh?
Right.
Yes.
They could buy oil elsewhere, yeah? Italy, now it's just signing some contract with maybe Congo for the gas. So they cut the supply of gas from Russia, for example.
That's very good.
That's all right,
Yes.
Master.
But Italy, it's like a contract with whom? Any of you know? Find out, okay, huh?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Some other country, not Russia. Just so that they don't have to have gas from Russia anymore. Or people are getting so serious now, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
It didn't happen before.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
Now Russia is shooting their own foot.
It's with Egypt, Master.
With Egypt, you're right. Thank you. Yeah, they signed a contract with Egypt to buy gas from there instead of from Russia.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
This is unprecedented, that all the countries in the world are helping Ukraine in some way, directly or indirectly.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Even Korea, even China, Taiwan, Japan, yeah, they're all helping
Right.
and promise to help more even.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so glad the world is awakened to the reality of the atrocities of Russia.
Thanks God.
And now they should remember every other wicked deed by Russia before Ukraine. Now they have to make a list of it to remind themselves.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes, Master.
And even in some places where it looks like Russia is not directly going in and killing people, it incites other countries to kill other countries' people.
Yes, Master.
Like in the Azerbaijan and Armenia war.
Right.
Yeah. And then come in like a peacekeeper of my foot. What kind of peace he can keep? Huh? He makes war everywhere and peacekeeping. No, it's just an excuse to come in. Just to be present there. Just like an invader anyway.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, so they can interfere in their two countries' business. And it's like a fake, hypocritical third party.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, just to mess up with their system, their politics, and their people's freedom.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. I don't know who was so stupid enough to believe that. Even a 5-year-old would see it. Huh?
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, that's right.
So I hope they would do something. NATO has to begin to do something. Otherwise, it might be too late. Huh?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
Master.
right.
We don't want another World War, okay?
No.
Yeah, because it will be catastrophic. It will be the end of the world, truly.
Oh.
You see, there were only two ways that the world can deal with Russia. Number one, kowtow to Putin. Do everything that he wants you to do. Or number two, help Ukraine to push Russia out.
Yes. Right.
There was a best solution, but they missed it already.
Yes.
The best solution was to prevent the war anywhere by having an army ready at the border of that to be invaded nation and make sure that the aggressor knows that the whole world is behind that nation to protect its people.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
exactly.
Yeah.
But they missed that already many times. They let Russia do anything, Putin and the gang do anything they want. Same in Ukraine. They missed it already. So now there are only two solutions left. Kowtow to Putin to prevent bloodshed. Do anything that Russia, Putin wants them to do. Like in the school, the burly students always have a big gang listening to him or her and then go harassing everybody else. And they all have to obey that bully.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is one solution. They don't want any more bloodshed. Number two is to have Ukraine to push Russia out once and for all. And from now on, any aggressor should be countered with either NATO force or the whole world force.
Understand, Master.
That's how they can protect each other. And no need to make war, because war is always terrible. No matter who wins, there is always loss.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
Master.
And the effects of it will continue almost like forever.
Yes.
It's not just like after the war ends and everything's fine and good. It's not like that. There are landmines to maim people or kill people even afterwards. There are chemical agents that will continue to harm this generation and the next.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
Master.
And there is hatred among nations and among family members who live in opposite nations.
Yes.
Yes.
And the division within that nation and without that nation and within the world.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So war is a no, of course. But it's already war now.
Yes.
So they have to think of these two solutions, what to do.
Yes.
Yes, true.
But the thing is, the Ukraine people, they are indomitable. And of course they have the right to be so, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
They don't like bullies. And they don't want anything to do with Russia. So Russia should back off. The best is like that.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Better late than never. Or else everybody has to kowtow to Putin. That's what it is, okay?
Understand.
Understand.
Or help Ukraine. This indomitable spirit will not kneel.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Just forget NATO. I think they're all too old to be in the same mind. Or maybe just evil, just like Putin.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
Even Merkel, thank God that she's out of politics. Probably she's too old to have any sense of right and wrong. That's why she even stands by her comment that Ukraine should not be allowed into NATO. And then even people criticize her now and ask her, and she says she still stands by that decision.
That's right.
Yes, Master.
It's not that old people cannot think or cannot be so smart. It's just the politicians. I think old politicians should go home before their retirement age. It's better for people.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Because they're so used to doing anything to gain their position and fame. and all that related to it.
Yes, holding on to power.
Yeah, always after the power. So the older they get, the more these motives are ingrained into their being already.
Yes.
Master.
Already since young, so they cannot change. But most old people, they're still alert. They're still good, and they're even better than before. Just politicians seem to me, many of them, the majority of them, the older they get, the more greedy, the more lowly motivated they are.
Yes,
Yes.
That's why. And Merkel and some of the new bosses of Germany, because they are against the ban of importing Russia's gas and oil, as I told you already.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And like Biden and all that, the older they become, the more greedy they are. The more low life they become. I don't know why.
Yes.
I do know why, as I told you. I think they're ingrained with this greed, with lowly ambition and political agendas. So they cannot change anymore.
Understand.
So if there's such a pattern in any of the politicians, then people should change. Vote for someone else. If you did something wrong, you should be sorry.
Yes,
Yes,
That's true.
At least say sorry. At that time, you thought that was a good decision. But as you see it now, maybe it was not a good decision. So you should say sorry and apologize, at least for your conscience sake.
Right, exactly.
But no, she says she stands by. That means she enjoys all the bloodshed, or tens of thousands of people dying, people made homeless, children are maimed, women are raped. If she was one of these women who were raped, or one of those children or the people who were maimed, handicapped, or disabled and blown up, then she wouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah,
True.
right, Master.
This is because it's not her life.
Yes.
So you can see how wicked these politicians are. Some of them.
Yes.
If you make mistakes, okay, we're humans. And even politicians, they're not saints, so they make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you make up for it. Or at least apologize.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
How can you still stand by your evil, wicked intentions?
Understand, Master.
Yes.
Seeing that people are dying, children are maimed and disabled, and more than 5 million Ukrainians are displaced, going to different countries to beg for food and security.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
As refugees. They also look like beggars, of course. I beg you to let me in your house, in your country. Please provide us a roof over our head and some food, because we're hungry, we're tired, we're thirsty.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's a kind of beggar. What else?
That's
Right.
right.
Because they're helpless now. They don't have anything like they have at home. They're on the road. They're running for their life. And she still stands by her comment. Oh, wicked woman. I'm so disappointed and feel disgusted. These people are despicable.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
This Angela Merkel, I don't know what to say, truly. In the time of a nation's tragic invasion from Russia, death and mourning and devastation of many cities, how can anyone utter something so cold-blooded like she did?
Unbelievable.
Like stands by her denial of Ukraine coming into NATO, as if Ukraine is not worthy or something alien to Europe. No one should say anything like that at all.
That's right,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
If you cannot say anything sympathetic or remorseful, at least, then just shut up, man. Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
No one would say such thing, let alone an ex-leader of a big and civilized country like Germany. Does she want to know the Holocaust? Huh? I cannot believe all these so-called world leaders. They are all either idiots or evil or cold-blooded.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
I hope she sleeps well and eats well so that she can be fatter than she already is. My God, may hell spare her. I was very grateful that she accepted many refugees from Syria, for example.
Yes.
But I remember now that the reason she told her people why the Germans should accept the refugees is because they need workforce.
Oh.
I remember that's the reason she said. Oh man, so it's all about money, all about jobs, and all of our votes.
Right.
That's right.
Because these refugees from Syria or elsewhere, they could become German citizens and vote for her or her party.
I
Yes.
understand.
Just like Biden wanted the same thing with the refugees. Workforce and vote.
Yes.
Isn't that ugly?
It's hideous.
Oh, God, terrible. Now you can see it.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Now I can see it. I was also fooled and naive into thinking they are compassionate people. Oh, disgusting, despicable. You see, so now, all of these cold-blooded or evil leaders of the world, they are showing their true faces. There's no more denial, no more question anymore, yeah?
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
From politicians to church leaders, they're all showing their true evil faces now.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
Merkel couldn't care less because the Ukrainians cannot vote for her or her party to consolidate their power or her power, even if she's already out of her seat. But she still wants to have influence, to feel like a big shot. I guess that's what it is.
Yes.
Understand.
But little they see, remember that the whole world opinion also counts. And counts more than just the German people opinion.
Yes.
For sure.
Oh, by the way, Macron won again in France.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not for Macron or anything, but he is better than the woman, Le Pen, because she is for Russia. She's pro-Russia. That is a problem.
Yes,
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 Master.
But because of the war and the pandemic, they voted for her more than before. Some people just think maybe it's a better idea.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Master.
But no. Macron, maybe not better than anybody, but better than Le Pen. Because definitely she's pro-Russia. Everybody knows.
Yes,
Oh,
Master.
yes.
Yes, Master.
Even I know it. Through all of her actions, the meeting with Putin and the way she talks.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes, Master.
Oh my God. Looks like things are getting better. I hope Ukraine will be free from all the yoke and all the suffering that Russia, Putin, inflicted upon this beautiful, peaceful land and people.
Yes.
Yes.
We pray for that.
Amen. All kinds of these idiots and evil rule the world. So how can our world get any better?
Yes, you wonder.
But I told everybody there's a way to fix it. Just be benevolent, be vegan, do good, make peace. That's all. It's not difficult, is it?
No.
It's very easy, Master.
I know. I wanted so much, even to die for them, but they just don't move. Even if I die for them, there's no use.
Oh.
Maybe we don't deserve your sacrifice like that, Master.
It's not that. It just won't fix the problem. Because this generation, next generation, and forever, we will have war. If we make war with other beings, the helpless, innocent, defenseless beings, like the animal people,
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Master.
that pains me so much. I cry all the time. I can only cry and pray and do my best. I still sacrifice, even though nobody sees it. But that is not enough for me to be happy about, because the world is not fixed. They have to fix themselves in order to have peace, progress, prosperity, and happiness. I mean, lasting peace, lasting happiness, lasting prosperity, lasting harmony. Because a temporary fix won't help.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
All the teachers, all the masters from heaven come and go, came and went, teaching the same thing, and they just don't listen. That's why we can't fix it.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's like if I eat, you cannot feel full.
Right.
No, I can't.
Yeah. Each one has to fix themselves. If I drink, you feel nothing. Even if you're so dying of thirst, you can't. Each one is a soul, individual, magnificent, and godlike. So, if they don't use their free will to enhance the mind, to understand the nobility, the magnificence of their own individual soul, then no one can help them.
Yes, Master.
That's why Jesus had to die on the cross. But you see how many Christian people are living the noble life and living the teachings of the Lord. Just to cite one example, not to talk about so many masters and saints and sages who have sacrificed through the ages to redeem humankind and to try to teach them right from wrong.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Individual humans have to change. That's all.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Not really change. They have to be themselves. The original, noble, benevolent, compassionate, intelligent, enlightened self.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
By doing good, by being peaceful with others, by not making war with other children of God's creation, by being enlightened. And if they cannot be enlightened by themselves, they must seek some friend, some guide, some teacher who knows already how to learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
To learn to return to the original, noble, godlike self. That's all there is. Very simple.
Yes.
Yes,
Master.
Be vegan. Seek an enlightened teacher or friend. Call them whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you seek them, seek their wisdom and the know-how, technique. Like everything else, there's a technique to achieve enlightenment even.
Yes,
Yes,
understand,
Master.
Master.
Because we are in this physical world, we need the technique, like every other thing. That's all. Just seek an enlightened master anywhere and be vegan. And then peace will come, even without praying for it. Right now, we're praying, but many of our prayers are not answered. Because the great gods, they turn away from humans' prayers.
Oh.
Many of them don't want to hear, don't want to see humans, and don't want to know anything about humans anymore. Only a few do it. A few of those ancient masters who try their best to help.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
But still, humans must listen to their teachings, listen to their advice, inner and outer. Outer through books, Bibles and sutras, and inner by the enlightening process. To listen to God's direct teaching inside through the form of a melodious voice.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
We can call it voice, but it's a voiceless voice, and it's a soundless sound, because the soul doesn't need any noise from the worldly language to understand, to be awakened, or to free itself from the snare of the mind, the body, and the wrong social view and knowledge.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
That's why we can pray. We still continue to pray, but our prayers was mostly unheard, unanswered, because the highest God doesn't want humans to continue to war with each other and to murder and torture other beings like the animal people and destroy the planet by raising animal people for meat and cutting trees at random, the size of football fields every day.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
How much longer can the world, can the earth sustain us if we continue this way? Spewing methane into the air to contaminate the air that we breathe, and chemicals and poisons flowing into our drinking water by chemical things, pesticides and all that.
Yes.
Killing animals, people, just to eat, just to stuff it down the throat with bloody guts, and torturing animal people before killing, burning them alive, roasting them alive, and cutting their throats and torturing them with all kind of things, stealing their mother's milk, and torturing animal people, innocent, helpless, imprisoned animal people in the laboratory, just for cosmetics even.
Yes.
How would any God with fairness, judgment, support that? Would help this kind of brutal race of human beings.
Understand, Master.
So we cannot blame the gods for not answering our prayers. We cannot blame anyone except ourselves, because we live brutally, so we will earn brutal outcomes. Oh my God, terrible for everybody. I wish they just all listen. It's so simple. Just be vegan even. Not to talk about being enlightened. Just be vegan, make peace. That's all. It's not much to ask, is it?
No, Master.
And we have plenty of vegetables to eat. And nowadays they even make meat-like types of protein and everything. They have everything they need. They don't need to torture the helpless, innocent beings just to drink their blood, to eat their flesh. This is so Terrible. Even the so-called religious people do that. How can ordinary people learn anything from anyone?
Yes, Master.
You see, since our world has never been peaceful, and Russia, Putin, is always very aggressive everywhere already. So they should have let Ukraine join NATO, because Ukraine is next to Russia.
Yes, Master.
Not that I praise NATO or anything, but united we stand.
Yes.
So if Ukraine would have been allowed in NATO, then Russia would not have invaded Ukraine, because Putin would have to think many times before going against the whole of Europe and the world, America, for example.
Yes, Master.
That is a prevention method. But no, they left Ukraine all alone there, knowing the danger and the risk for that country.
Yes,
Master.
And even after Russia arrayed their army everywhere at the border already, they still did not steer.
Yes, that's right.
They just want to turn the blind eyes. No matter what excuse, it's no excuse at all.
I understand, Master.
First, they did not take the preventive measures to protect Ukraine. And then later, they even didn't do anything more.
Yes.
When Russia arrayed the army at the Russian border to Ukraine, they should have done the same at the Ukrainian border.
Yes, for sure.
They didn't have to fight. Then Russia would have backed off.
Yes, Master.
But they didn't do anything. And waited until Russia went in and killed people. Russian soldiers died, and Ukrainian people died and were raped and maimed. Even raped an elderly woman, 83 years old. It is more than evil.
Yes. Very.
Disgusting, despicable.
Yes, Master.
I would spit on anybody's face if I knew who that was, if I could. I would throw sand on their body. Oh, God. So whoever deters Ukraine to join NATO, they are also responsible. They have to pay the price. Not just Ukraine alone has to pay. Not the Russian soldier alone have to pay the price.
Yes, Master.
They're all responsible. All these NATO people. And still not repentant like Merkel.
Yes.
If she was in Ukraine and being raped by the Russian soldiers, I don't think she would like it. You think she would?
No, of course not.
And then just sits in her own safe fortress and then lets everybody die and be hurt and in pain and all kinds of suffering like that.
Yes, Master.
And still doesn't repent. What kind of mouth speaks such things? Only the meat and bloody, dripping mouth can do that, can speak such things.
Yes, Master.
Can speak such in the face of all this atrocity and suffering of the Ukrainians and the Russian soldiers alike.
Yes, Master.
Of course, I'm not supporting Putin, but I support Russia.
Yes.
I don't want all these young, beautiful people just to go and die like that. Would you like to die just like that?
No.
No, Master.
They grow up and did not even have a girlfriend, or maybe have, waiting at home, or wife and kids, and just went there and just died, boom, just like that. Or maimed and disabled.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes, Master.
Russia hides all this. They did not let the public know. They bought cremation machines with them on the battlefield, according to the news.
Yes, that's right.
So they just burned them all. So nobody even knows. But the Russian army would know. Because they have surveillance, they have intelligence agents. So they can know. But the Russian people, they are kept in the dark.
Yes, Master.
And the Russian soldiers, they didn't want to fight this war. Maybe a few of them, of course. Some of them because they have to.
Yes.
They didn't know what else to do. They're young men. They're very young. They don't know what to do. They went into the army just to learn to obey and to use weapons. That's all they are taught. When you are young, it's difficult for you to make any real decisions.
That's correct.
You cannot decipher what's good, what's not. And even if you know it, you don't know how to react. I was young once. I also know all kinds of things.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
yes.
When we were young, we're just so vulnerable. Easy to be misled, or even if we know it's wrong, we just don't know how to react.
Yes.
And how? How would the Russian army react? They stay together there under control of their superior. If they want to run, also where? It's not all that easy. Some did run, some did refuse, but not all can do that.
Understand, Master.
They are under control. They're being brainwashed also.
Yes, that's right.
I don't mean all Russian soldiers are angels, but a lot of them don't want to fight. They saw it senseless, and they didn't want to die just like that. But they don't know what else to do. They're just soldiers. They're not commanders. And their commanders and their comrades keep dying in numbers like that. So one of the units did react. They ran the tank over their commander even. And that guy died.
Yes.
Because they were so angry with this stupid war. Seeing all their comrades fallen like that for nothing. For no reason at all.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
They're warring with a good neighbor like Ukraine. Oh God. I think Putin wanted the whole Ukraine because he wants to control the farm produce also from Ukraine so that he can earn a lot of money if it belongs to Russia, and then also control the population of Europe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they will kowtow to him even more. They will kneel on the floor begging for food.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
If he doesn't want to give them any food, then they'll die. Because Ukraine produce is feeding Europe and even further away from Europe to Asia, and even affects Brazil and Africa. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Everything affects everything. Can you imagine how important Ukraine is? So I think they better protect Ukraine or else.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Now it's too late to think anymore. The preventive medicine they should have swallowed. Now the sickness, the cancer is already there everywhere. So they should find a stronger medicine to fix it. If they still can. I do hope they still can.
Yes.
Yes.
They have to cut it out.
Yeah, cut it out. I hope they can push Russia back, go home, where they belong.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And I hope the whole Russian population will be informed of the atrocities of Putin and will not support him anymore, he and his gang.
Yes.
Oh, my God bless us. But the thing is, humans still need to change, war or not.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Otherwise, we will have war forever. It is like that. Cannot avoid. Cannot avoid war if you make war.
That's right.
Right.
Not only make war with humans, but make war with animals, people. Innocent, defenseless, no armor, nothing.
Yes.
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Just imprison them in the factory farm and then kill them anytime, like that, and stuff it down the throat, huh? And call that food. Oh, barbaric war. Oh, devilish people. Terrible, terrible. Most people are so misled, so ingrained with this kind of violent doctrine. And such a violent society can only beget violence.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
If we live violently, we will die violently. We will incur violent effects.
Yes.
If you create violence, you can only beget violence. That's what it is.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
All right, my love. Anything else? Any good news?
Yes, Master. The UK is to send 120 armored vehicles and new anti-ship missile systems to support Ukraine following talks between Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Ukrainian President Zelensky in Kyiv. It is because of President Zelensky's resolute leadership and the invincible heroism and courage of the Ukrainian people that Putin's monstrous aims are being thwarted, Boris Johnson said after meeting Zelensky.
Yeah. All this, and they still want Boris Johnson out. Just because of the so-called party in his office. There was no party. Just a cake, a birthday cake, and his employee came to say happy birthday. That's it. They didn't even have a chance to eat the cake. They are together, working in the same place, same office.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
It's okay if they come and say happy birthday. No, shouldn't they do that to their boss?
They should, Master.
To the boss of their country even?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
My God, ridiculous people, the political people. They're so stupid, so ugly, I mean, it gets that ugly?
Yeah.
Just an excuse to cause trouble for the guy and ask him to even step down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. What for?
Right.
They work in the same office.
Yeah.
Just like you guys work together in the same environment, you never go out, so you don't need to even wear masks or don't need to even sit separately. But we still do it, just to make an example.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
Master.
And it's good so. But you never go out. If you go out, I lock you in for 3 weeks. Anyway, you know that.
Yes, Master.
Strictly, no exceptions.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Anybody who steps out of that gate, that's it, 3 weeks quarantine.
Yes, Master.
Eat whatever we brought to you. Nothing else, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
But it is good that you have your own toilet and bathroom. For a change, yeah?
Yes.
Privacy. Yeah? Private bathroom, my God. Otherwise you have to go together with a row of bathrooms. Public altogether. And only you use it. Only you. No outside people can come in anyway.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
And then you clean every 2-3 days. It's very good already.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Master.
In India, I didn't even have that luxury.
Oh.
I told you already many stories about India.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, when I worked inside the ashram, maybe I had one. But mostly when you go outside, other so-called masters, disciples, they don't have toilets or anything for us. We go on top of the roof, I told you already.
Yes.
Or go outside under the tree to recycle.
Yes, Master.
You know that. What else, sweet?
Yes, Master. A train was turned into hospital to conduct rescue missions in Ukraine. The charitable organization Doctors Without Borders has been organizing the rescue operation using the train.
Oh, they just came in lately, yeah?
Yes, just a few weeks ago, I think.
Well, better late than never.
Right.
They have a lot of donations, and they're well off, so they should help other people.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
This is their duty. Anything else?
Yes, Master. The Ukrainian soldiers who told a Russian warship, "Go F yourself,"
Yeah.
are honored on postal stamps.
Oh, stamps? Well, they have their own stamps now?
Yes, they do.
How about us? We work really hard. We don't tell anybody to go F yourself, but we say similar stuff. Because we have a family television, We can just say F anywhere we want or to anybody we want. Okay? Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. It's a good thing. It's fast.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
They're so brave. They're just a few people, and they dare to go against the whole big warship of Russia
Yes.
with modern city killers, weapons.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They're very brave of them. I'm really, really impressed with the Ukrainian spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a really good example for the whole world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not to say go F yourself, but I mean, the rest of it, yeah?
Yes, Master.
The rest of it. But that's men, they say that all the time. I mean, they watch too much Hollywood movies, that's the problem. When I was in America, I sometimes slip out something that I never thought that I would do.
Yes,
I
Master.
say something, not like that, but other things, which I should not have said. So I said to the people who heard, that's not your master speaking. Just forget about it, yeah? People just have to express themselves when they're too pressured,
Right.
too oppressed and too bullied like that.
Yes, Master.
Just went in like that and invaded their country. Huh? Just for nothing.
Right.
They did nothing wrong. Oh, and then all kind of atrocities, all kind of brutality and devilish kind of treatment to the innocent, poor, peaceful people of Ukraine.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Indeed,
Right.
Master.
All right. Oh, that's a very good thing. Anything else, love?
Yes, Master.
Tell me.
A man from Wrexham, UK, felt he must do something after seeing scenes from Ukrainians fleeing their country, and he did. Jamie Hughes spent £100,000 on a house for a woman named Maria and her 3 sons to live in rent-free for about a year. The property is being painted and decorated by a team of volunteers ahead of the family's arrival in early May. The businessman said a lot of this has been done by the kind donations of everyone that has come together. It's been absolutely amazing.
Wow, it is amazing.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Truly good. You see, if anything good comes out of this war, is the people, generosity and kindness.
Oh,
Yes.
All over the world. In America, they also welcome many Ukrainians into their home.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And everywhere else also. Whoever can afford it, they just welcome them into their homes because they know this is terrible. Nothing like this should have happened to anybody.
Right, Master.
Exactly.
Least of all the innocent and peaceful Ukrainian people.
That's true.
Yes.
They are fit in Europe with their labor, with their work on the farm.
Yes.
Yes.
And not just Europe, but their products that go everywhere in the war as well, even to China.
Yes.
And this war affects many, many farmers everywhere, not just Ukrainians. And it might even trigger war hunger.
Yes.
Oh, terrible. And they just do farming.
Yes, Master.
And to feed the world, at least feed Europe, all these hundreds of years, decades up to now. And now their products are stuck there. But they should use every other means to export their food. Otherwise, what to do if other people are hungry? Maybe they cannot do it too much, not like in a big ship.
Yes,
The
Master.
container ship is quicker
Right.
and in more vast numbers. But now Russia controls their ports, where they used to go out to export things. They could use trains, more trucks, big trucks like those fuel trucks. But then those trucks are also busy with other things.
Right,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So people are stuck now. I hope they find a way to export them before they're rotten in the storage for nothing.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
while other people are short and the prices are shooting up because of that. This is happening already. Prices of food and fuel are shooting up because of short of supply, because of the war in Ukraine.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
Master.
Yeah.
It's not just Ukraine, it's affecting everyone else, not just Europe.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
Russia is the largest exporter of wheat. They make up 18% of global exports. Ukraine is the fifth largest, making up 7% of global sales. Put together, that's 25%. What happens if this supply chain is disrupted? Shortages and inflation, that's what happens. Ukraine has already banned the export of food grains. Frankly, there's no other option. Ukraine's exports go through the Black Sea, specifically via three ports, Odessa, Kherson, and Mykolaiv. All three ports are on Russia's radar.
So this Russian, he really wants to destroy our world, Putin and the gangs. They really want to destroy our world and humanity. They're really devil incarnate. You can see that or not?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Just for their own purpose.
Yeah.
Just to invade, just to control, just to colonize wherever they can. Just to feel big. They're big already.
Right.
But the big size doesn't matter. Your heart has to be generous and big enough.
Right.
Yes.
This is not. This is the opposite.
Right, Master.
Yes,
That's
Master.
right. That's true.
So greedy and ugly and sinful and hellish, devilish. I don't know any other words to describe these types of people who just kill anyone at random without blinking an eye, without remorse, without even thinking of anything. And then just because they cannot storm in the steel plant in Ukraine, in Mariupol somewhere, then Putin began to say something very nice like, oh, we have to consider the welfare of our soldiers. Oh, since when did he bother about his people? Huh?
That's right.
21,000 Russian soldiers. His own people die already. If he did care, he would have withdrawn long ago.
Right, Master.
Yes,
That's
Master.
right.
And still, Russian people are being killed more and more. One more general died already just a few days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many more generals does he still have in store? It's not easy you have a general like that. You know, you have to be really senior in the army and have a good record a long time before you climb up to the position of the general and colonel even.
Yes,
Right,
right.
They are dying in numbers, and he could care less. And now, just because they couldn't come in, it's complicated to storm a plant with about 4 square miles.
Yes,
They
Master.
have tunnels below it and all that. And so if they come in, it's not easy to even possess it, to occupy it.
That's right.
There are people who are hiding under there, but they might not have enough supply for long. That's why now they want to starve them to death, children and all that. And no water, no food. Either they die down there or they go up and die. So this evil man, he must go. Wherever he goes, he must go.
Yes.
Not sitting there on his throne right now.
Right,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And then his gang must go also. Whoever tries to profit from the war, from this bloody business, killing innocents. You got that, huh?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, right, Master.
Okay, anything else, please tell me.
Master, Ukrainian Business Association reports most companies are ready for post-war reconstruction. The American Chamber of Commerce in Ukraine says it is the most respected business association in Ukraine. 103 member companies completed the latest member survey called Doing Business During War in Ukraine. 41% of AmCham Ukraine members are fully operational. 50% of AmCham Ukraine members continue to work partially in Ukraine. And 87% of AmCham members are ready to actively participate in Ukraine's post-war economic rebuilding.
Yeah, one of Ukraine's billionaires also said that he will rebuild Mariupol.
Oh.
Yes, Master. Wow.
I guess by his own finances.
Wow. That's nice.
The world is really supporting peace and fairness. Only Russia is bad. I can't believe this. Even the Chinese don't support him anymore, Putin.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yeah, who can? Who can support this kind of evil? Huh?
Right.
Unless they are evil themselves.
Right.
Yes.
Whoever supports them, including all these German leaders who continue to want to buy oil and gas from Russia. Because that's a big revenue for Russia to continue to feed the war anywhere.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's $1 billion per day from Europe alone.
Oh.
So even if the European Union gives Ukraine some money, it's nothing much compared to that.
Yes, Master.
Up to now, they give maybe $1 billion for the war. But $1 billion they spend every day for Russia. This money can keep the war going on forever.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And unless they want all the Ukrainian people to die from starvation or in war or in raping incidents, they should cut the oil and gas so that it starves off the war in Ukraine.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Within 1 month and plus, the war will stop if the Europeans don't keep feeding it with 1 billion plus per day to Russia.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
That's not to count other countries that has to be dependent on Russian oil and gas because they have no other means.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes, Master.
Not like they support, but some poor countries or even India, they cannot stop it just like that. There's some difficulty within some countries.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
But by no means that they support Russia. But if Europe, who has the means, who is rich and who is capable, who has oil elsewhere from Arab countries, from other countries, they should cut off the oil and gas immediately. Then the war will wear off, will starve itself.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I'm so tired talking about all this. It uses up so much of my energy during the war and up to now.
Yes,
Understand.
Sometimes I'm so exhausted. Not that I went there and thought, it's just a different energy, doing different things invisibly.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Understand,
It
Master.
eats up a lot of my energy. Of course, I cannot prove it to you. I don't care to prove to anybody. I don't need to. Sometimes some of the work people are so ignorant anyway. Whatever you tell them, they don't understand a thing and they don't believe it. If they don't kill me, I'm grateful to God already.
Yes, Master.
Not to talk about expecting thankfulness or anything. I'm glad I have some people like you guys supporting so that we can continue to help the world as much as we can. I need this kind of supporting energy,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
supporting attitude so that I can feel that we can go on.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Master.
Master.
Thank you.
Whoever supporting and trying to do the best in your job. Anyway, I just called the girls today and explained to them that I don't love you guys, boys, more than them. Yeah, I said, don't be jealous because I send them some of the things. I said, because there's some Vietnamese boys there. And I'm worried that Mama boys will miss their family. Because nobody cooks better than Mama, you know that?
Yes, that's true.
And so I send something because I have.
Yes,
I cannot send all the time.
Right.
That's one reason. And then, by the way, if I give the Vietnamese something special from the Vietnamese food style, and I don't give those the Westerners something, probably there will be problems. So I gave some of the vegan cheese. Yeah, and some bread. I thought they wouldn't like the Vietnamese stuff, so the Westerners would eat vegan cheese and bread and mushroom pate and whatever I sent. I forgot. It's not a lot anyway. And the overseas, we eat those overseas stuff.
Yes,
So it's balanced out.
right.
Little did I know, they mix them all together in their sandwich. I only found out afterward, even though I instructed everything. This is for that, that's for this. Oh, mix them all together. And even told me, boasted to me that it tastes so good, we are happy. We are happy, Master, very happy. I asked again and again to make sure that not because they wanted to make me happy, they say these things. I asked many, several of them to make sure, and they all say, we are very happy. Tastes so good, so good. It's okay. So I told the girls, without your permission, I'm sorry, I give them things. But not because I love them more than you.
Yes, Master.
That's one reason, because first it's for the Vietnamese, and I have more I can spare.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
And I'm worried I miss Vietnamese food. These are special, not that I can ask the kitchen.
Yes, Master.
And this vegan cheese, they gave me more than I needed, so I gave some to the Westerners to balance it out. We don't want a war in the office. Cold war, eh? Huh? This kind of side-looking eyes, yeah. What? You eating that and we have nothing? And I don't have enough for all of the in-house stuff.
Yes, Master.
But also I said to the girls, you live next to the kitchen. You can have anything you want. You can order all the time. So it's easier for you guys to have things you need anytime. The boys, they live farther.
Yeah, that's right.
They have food delivered to them. And they eat whatever is delivered.
Yes, Master.
They cannot do any other fancy or modify. So in case you are jealous, don't be, huh?
No, we are not, Master.
Be kind.
Yes, Master.
If they eat it, just like you eat.
Right, yes.
And we are all one, no?
Yes, exactly.
That's true.
No wonder I don't taste good food because you guys enjoy all the food, so I don't need to. It's good, it's good. Whatever happens to somebody else, if it's good for them, it's good for us.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
At least they don't feel bad or miserable, then the atmosphere is happy.
That's right, yes.
And we live in the same atmosphere everywhere, so the less war, the better, no?
Yes.
Since we're all one, Master, it's okay for us to eat for the sisters too.
Yeah, sure, you can try. Try it, or vice versa. You girls try it instead. It's okay. Whatever, it's just food. Huh?
Right.
It will be finished in a couple of minutes.
Oh, I have one more question, Master.
Yeah.
Previously, when Master asked Heaven why Putin pulled back from Kyiv, and Master said that Heaven said Putin was afraid of Master talking about him. So now why isn't he afraid when they're attacking the eastern region of Donbass?
I guess to take up the whole country is a bigger excuse they need. But to take up one small region, they think they might be able to get away with it, but they will not.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
They will not. Heaven will judge them. I don't need to talk bad about anybody. It's just because we have to discuss these things. In the discussion, I tell you things to clear your mind. My disciples' minds.
Yes, Master.
Master.
I don't need to talk bad about anybody. I didn't want to interfere. It is almost like the first time I have ever talked about anything, about the war.
Yes.
Mostly I don't. You know that, right?
Right.
Yes, Master.
But since you asked, we talked. And maybe also other disciples want to know.
Right.
Right, Master.
It's just that also they need to save face. They are afraid of that. but they are hesitant to relinquish everything. They have to save face. They cannot just suddenly withdraw all the troops.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
But what he said was really face-saving theater because this whole campaign has gone south for him.
May 9th is soon. Vladimir Putin wants a scalp, and Mariupol is it.
So they have to say, oh, our main purpose is just to take over that and that region, control the south or the Donbass region.
Yes.
Because there are two separatist regions over there, more or less.
Yes.
So they can say, oh, we go and protect the people there. No, this is BS. They destroyed whole cities. How can you protect anybody if you destroy their home?
Correct.
That's right.
Their apartments, their cities, their supermarkets, their hospitals, their kindergartens with children inside, even some charitable organization area, etc.
Yes.
That's right, Master.
This was Borodyanka, before a thriving blue-collar town of nearly 13,000 people just 36 miles from the capital of Kyiv. And then the Russians began bombing civilian targets for a full month. Craters replace apartment buildings, an empty playground only filled with the remnants of war, a dentist's office with no patients left to treat. Victims of Putin's bombing campaign against Ukrainian civilians. This neighborhood in Borodyanka has just been completely and utterly destroyed, from the unemployment office over there to the municipal building, the mayor's office there, the police station there. There's no running water or electricity. The people who stayed and those who came back are relying on donations of clothing, food, and water. Yesterday they found the bodies of 9 people, and the day before 12. All of them hiding in the basement, all of them trying to seek shelter.
How can you protect anybody if you destroy everything and imprison them in there?
Right, that's true.
Don't let them come out even to buy food or to buy water or milk for their children, nothing.
Yes.
So this is all BS.
That's right.
Yeah.
How can you protect anybody if you destroy everything and imprison them in there?
Right, that's true.
Don't let them come out even to buy food or to buy water or milk for their children, nothing.
Yes.
So this is all BS.
That's right.
Yeah.
They feel that they cannot go out.
Yes.
They have to destroy something, bomb some city and occupy it at least for a while and say, oh, we're winning.
Yes, Master.
Because there is victory day in Russia on the 9th of May. So Putin wants to have something to show off on that day.
Oh.
Yes.
Because they will have a celebration and parade to boast about their victory a long time ago in the old World War. So he also wants to have something to show to the Russian people so that they will support him.
Yes.
He worries people will topple him, like many other dictators around him. Like Belarus almost was uprooted. The president of Belarus was almost ousted. You know that. And the other countries, etc. He worries that the dictators will all fall out. So he has to do something, and he's blindfolded all the Russian people, so they support him. Because of the war, they support him more now. Supposed to, according to the news. I'm not sure who say that. They say 80% plus they support him now.
Oh.
You know, his support soar up. Oh, it's obvious. I told you already. If the Russian people knew that he orders his troops to kill the innocent and rape children, how would they even support him?
Right.
That's true.
Yes, Master.
That's why he shut everybody up except the state-owned TV.
Yes.
You see, even if Putin keeps lying to his people, covering up his atrocities with all kinds of shining words, the truth will come out sooner or later. Because people will just be happy with peace and freedom, not land grabbing, snatching, or and the death of their own and other citizens. The truth will come out. And even if Putin is afraid to be toppled, he will be if his people find out what he did to Ukraine. It's beyond evil, beyond any world war that we have known up to now, beyond any atrocities that any other dictator could have committed. And this will at least mar his reputation, no matter how much he tries to cover up. I used to like Russia Today also. Now and then I check the news. I thought they're neutral. I have to see some opinions. And now I think they shut Russia Today down already. They call it Russia Today.
Yes, Master.
I cannot check on them anymore. I think someone abolished the connection with their TV. Yeah. They also shoot in their own food.
Yes.
Right.
So the West cannot even see Russia Today. Maybe because they are just saying things and supporting Putin. That's why the West doesn't want to let them anymore.
Right, Master.
Right, Master.
And then now only whoever thinks Putin's strong can survive. And we have a lot of problems already with the pandemic still spreading. New variant of Omicron.
Yes.
And then we have solar flares coming down to Earth. Last time it disturbed many electronic systems, but next time I don't know what it will disturb. If we get more and more flares from the sun.
Yes, Master.
If it gets more strong, then we don't need war. Solar flares enough to disturb us, to destroy us.
Wow.
And also comets are coming, some are 5 times bigger than Manhattan, coming near the Earth, and one day they might just hit.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
You never know when it hits. Because the scientists don't always spot it on time. Evidently, several times before, they didn't know it until it got so near. Maybe there's some blind spot that scientists, machines cannot detect until it's too late. Just like when you drive a car, there's some blind spot behind you. You can't see the car behind you.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, this world is so crazy, so hellish people exist everywhere. From the church, the big Vatican, to big Russia. Oh, man. Sometimes I feel I don't want to stay here anymore. It's like hell.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
It's everything against my ideals. But at least there are some good people, conscientious people, generous people. I mean, the private people.
Right.
And then that invokes the government also to support Ukraine.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
I think mostly it's the private citizens that push the government leaders to support Ukraine.
That's true.
That's why they were all slow in responding.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Because private citizens, their energy, their supportive spirit, that's too strong. So the government thinks if they don't support Ukraine, then they will be out.
Yes, Master.
The supportive system of their own private citizens. That's what it is.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
So hereby I also thank all of them, the private, genuine, generous, and kind citizens of the whole world, including Chinese people, Taiwanese people, Japanese people, American people, European people, or any other people. I thank them all, and may God bless you. Anything else, love?
That's all we have, Master.
It's good, it's good. All right then. It's good enough for you to scramble. Flying news is always a rush. Huh? Then I will talk to you next time, if there is a next time.
Yes, Master.
Right,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
Hope you all look well, feel well, and happy wherever.
Yes, we are.
I know you're busy, but it's better you're busy selflessly helping others than busy hurting others like Putin and the gang. Or P. Francis and his gang. Or whoever is working with the devil is harming humanity.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
We are working against them.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
We don't have any weapons. We don't have any guns, any atomic weapons, nothing. But we do differently. We work peacefully. You are also soldiers. You are also selfless and brave soldiers. And I thank you for that. God bless you.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you so much, Master.
Yeah, all of you, the so-called disciples that helped the Supreme Master TV program to broadcast the truth, fairness, the true news to the whole world, and true opinions. Not for profit, not for fame, nothing. We're doing it because we want to help the world. We want to balance all the news instead of fake news or PR, public relations, just for gain.
Yes,
Master.
We're truly working with our heart and our blood and sweat. We don't do anything for fame. That I am sure of you, because that I'm sure of myself.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
So only if you are of the same opinion would you continue working with me as a team.
That's right.
Right,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes.
All right, then thank you for that. God bless. See you next time.
Thank you, Master. God bless,
God
Master.
bless you,
Master.
Master.
We love you, Master.